Salem Scandal Sheet, a week of whispered secrets and explosive confrontation. In the grand Gothic tapestry of Salem, secrets are not merely kept. They are currency, weapons, and sometimes ticking time bombs. This week, the fragile peace of this Midwestern town is shattered not by a single cataclysm, but by a cascade of revelations, confrontations, and desperate confessions. From the hallowed halls of the University Hospital to the tense, polished interiors of the DOOL mansion, trust is eroding, and the ghosts of past sins are demanding to be heard. The air in Salem is thick with the scent of betrayal, and no one is immune. Sami and EJ, a collision course of past and present. The most volatile fault line in Salem runs directly between Samantha Brady and her estranged husband, EJ Dimera. Theirs is a love story written in lightning and gasoline, spectacular, passionate, and eternally on the verge of combustion. This week, that combustion is imminent. Sources close to the couple report a dramatic run-in at the Brady pub, a location once a neutral ground for the feuding families, now just another battlefield. Sami, ever the hurricane, had returned to Salem on a mission, her focus laser-sharp on her children and the lingering threads of her complicated life. EJ, meanwhile, has been navigating his own labyrinth of power and responsibility at Dimera Enterprises, his polished exterior hiding a man perpetually on the defensive. The confrontation was anything but civil. Witnesses describe a scene of crackling tension, with Sami's trademark fury meeting EJ's cold, aristocratic disdain. "You can't just waltz back in here and think you can dictate terms, Samantha," EJ was overheard saying, his voice a low, dangerous murmur that belied the storm in his eyes. Sami, never one to back down, reportedly fired back, "My children are here, EJ. My life is here. You don't get to decide when I'm a part of it, and when I'm not. Your games have consequences, and I'm done being a pawn." The core of their argument, insiders suggest, revolves around the ever-shifting custody of their children and the deep-seated betrayals that have defined their relationship. This is more than a simple marital spat. It's a clash of titans, a raw exhibition of a bond so damaged it can only express itself in explosions. The fallout from this encounter is expected to ripple through both the Dimera and Brady families, forcing alliances and reopening wounds that have barely begun to scar. For Sami and EJ, the past is not just prologue. It is an inescapable prison, and they are once again rattling the bars. A ghost from the past, Jeremy's relentless pursuit. While the Dimera Brady war rages on, a quieter, more insidious threat is weaving its way through the lives of two of Salem's most beloved matriarchs, Julie Williams and her mother, Marie Horton. Dr. Jeremy Horton, a man whose name was once spoken with reverence, has returned not as a healer, but as an agent of chaos. Jeremy, who was revealed to have faked his own death years ago, has been a source of deep pain and confusion for Marie. Now, he is pressing them both, leveraging a dangerous secret from their shared past. His motives are shrouded in mystery, but his methods are clear: intimidation and psychological warfare. He cornered Marie at the University Hospital, his presence a chilling reminder of a life she thought she had buried. "The past doesn't stay dead, Marie," he whispered, his eyes gleaming with a fanatical light. "You of all people should know that. We made a choice all those years ago, and now it's time to account for it." Simultaneously, he confronted a fiercely protective Julie at the Horton Town Square, refusing to be swayed by her righteous anger. "Your family's good name is a facade, Julie," he stated, his voice calm and unnerving. "I have the power to tear it all down. All I need is a little cooperation." What is this long-buried secret that has Jeremy so emboldened? Speculation points to a potential medical malpractice cover-up, a stolen medical breakthrough, or perhaps something even darker connected to the venerable Tom Horton. Jeremy's vendetta seems to be aimed at dismantling the very foundation of the Horton legacy, proving that the family's iconic ornaments on the Christmas tree are not just symbols of love, but also of secrets they hoped would never see the light of day. An unlikely confidant, Philip's desperate gambit. In the midst of these external threats, a story of internal turmoil is unfolding, offering a surprising glimpse of male vulnerability. Philip Kyriakis, the scion of the powerful Kyriakis family, has been adrift, a man caught between his family's criminal empire and his own fractured sense of self. His attempts to reclaim his life, his company, and the woman he loves, Brady Black, have been met with one setback after another. Feeling the walls closing in, and with few true allies left, Philip made a startling choice for a confidant, Lucas Horton. The two men, connected through the complex web of Salem relationships, but never particularly close, found common ground in a dimly lit corner of the Brady pub. I don't know who I am anymore, Luke," Philip confessed, the weight of his family name heavy on his shoulders. "My father looks at me and sees a disappointment. Brady looks at me and sees a rival. And every time I try to do the right thing, it blows up in my face." Lucas, no stranger to his own demons of addiction and poor choices, reportedly listened with an empathy that surprised them both. Having walked a similar path of redemption and relapse, Lucas offered no easy solutions, but something perhaps more valuable: a non-judgmental ear. "You can't fix your life for anyone else, Philip," Lucas advised, sipping his drink. "Not for your father, not for Brady, not for some idealized version of yourself. You have to figure out what you want and be prepared for it to be messy. God knows my life has been." This moment of raw honesty between Philip and Lucas is a powerful reminder that in Salem, strength is often found not in power plays, but in shared vulnerability. Whether this new alliance will lead Philip toward redemption or down a darker path remains to be seen, but it marks a significant turning point for the troubled air. The week ahead, the calm before the storm breaks. As the dust settles on these initial skirmishes, the people of Salem are left to brace for the inevitable escalation. Sammy's war with EJ is far from over. It has merely entered a new, more public phase. Jeremy Horton's campaign against Marie and Julie is a slow-burning fuse attached to a powder keg of Horton family secrets. And Philip Kyriakis, having unburdened himself to Lucas, must now decide what to do with his newfound clarity. In a town where history repeats itself with a vengeance, this week proves that the most dangerous threats are not always the ones that kick down the door. Sometimes they are the whispers in the hallway, the ghost at the feast, and the quiet confession between two lost souls. The days of our lives in Salem are about to get a lot more complicated, and the only certainty is that nothing will ever be the same.